Hi guys, I just thought I'd do a quick video with regards to purchasing items and dressing properties when they're pretty much almost complete. For example, this one is 99% there. I think we've just got to get a handyman to pop around, put up TV brackets and a table, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so with ordering for properties, and this property specifically is for supported living, so there's a slight difference. But anyway, with ordering things for HMOs, so like household items, dressings, things like that, basically to complete the property and make it feel like a home. Ideally, you want to avoid as many deliveries as possible, just because, you know, having to have somebody there is really time consuming. You know, for example, deliveries can just come throughout the day, any day, and the window of delivery is quite wide. It's just not practical. Ideally, you'd want to place all the orders and line it up so that they're being delivered as trades are still at the property, doing the non-messy, non-dirty stuff. So we're talking about snagging, you know, putting furniture up, things like that, carpets, you know, things like that. Just as long as there's somebody there doing something that's not really messy, at least then they can accept the delivery and then they can leave it aside as well. Alternatively, you know, you can always ask them to accept deliveries and put them in a clean room. You know, if there is still quite a lot of work to do, for example, and you can't really coordinate everything, then just ask them to accept deliveries, put it in a nice clean room just so that it's not full of dirt and dust. Because when the time comes to open it and open packaging and everything, it's going to get really messy, and you don't want to do that in by then a nice, clean, tidy property. The other thing you'll have to do, and in fact in this scenario you're probably going to have to do a bit of both, is go to a supermarket, so most likely like a B&M, and pretty much just buy everything in one go. I think with B&M they're actually really good. So if you go to like a large one, you can pretty much get everything. I mean, if for example we even got today a notice board, a CO2 detector. You know, those aren't the sorts of stuff you'd normally get in a normal supermarket. We also got bins, cleaning products, household stuff. In fact, actually, I think we're able to get like pretty much everything in one go, apart from a table, which is really annoying because originally we were going to order that from Wayfair, but the delivery schedule was all whack. Okay, so white goods, obviously you have to order that. We order it from Appliances Online, and we always coordinate the delivery so that it comes after the flooring is in while there's somebody there, just because it's quite a heavy product, heavy items, and ideally you want trades around to plumb it up and move it to the right places without damaging the flooring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around and hopefully remember everything that we've purchased, because these are the sort of stuff that really you should be purchasing for your HMO or for supported living. I'll try to sort of differentiate between the two and why. Sorry, when we come to certain items, I'll try to point out what it's for. All right. So TV brackets. Actually, it turns out there was one in B&M, so that's down there. And TV, generally speaking, you know, the builder can do that for you, but it gets quite dusty. We always have like a handyman. We always plan to have a handyman come right at the end to do sort of all the final bits and bobs. You know, there's something always come up, and it was okay. So that's going to be a job for a handyman rather than builder, because we just don't want to keep piling things on and on and on, and it can get quite expensive. So just have to accept that there'll be loads of bits and bobs that will require doing right at the end of the budget, and really a handyman is the best person to do that, unless obviously the builder is happy to do that for you. That's what I can put a break. For example, we just went and got this table, actually found it from a discounted furniture store, only £80, really good quality. Normally we get it from Wayfair, but the delivery, as I said, was out of whack. It was like in 2 weeks time, and that's just going to be too late for us. So we got that, and that's only £80. I mean, it's good quality. So yeah, bargain. I pretty much bargained of the day actually, or bargained of the week. Got the TV. Again, we were going to order that from Appliances Online with the white goods, but that had to be shipped from a different warehouse, which means that there'll be 2 deliveries. The first delivery is fine, there were still people here, but the second delivery was on a different day, which would have meant that nobody would be here. So we thought, okay, we'll just pick one up from a supermarket instead. That looks a bit too good for this sort of project, but hopefully it was relatively cheap. Ideally, you want a smart TV with Freeview that you can plug up to the Wi-Fi. You don't want to be faffing around with wires and everything. Things can go wrong, and if you want to connect it to Wi-Fi, it's just connect it to the Wi-Fi. Okay, so I think I mentioned this before, washer dryer, always have at least a washer dryer as in one unit. If you can, have a separate washer and a separate dryer. Make sure that they remove the transportation bolt from these, otherwise you're going to mess up the machine, and it's really annoying. We've done it, so yeah, learn from that. There was something else about those as well. Oh yeah, make sure you activate the warranty, and try and get purchase one that has a really long warranty, because they will pretty much guarantee to break at some point, because there's so many people. Right, so let's walk around. Little plants, stuff like that. I mean, you got sort of the IKEA bunch of plants and sort of ornaments. These are just dressing. We have like a bag of dressing, an IKEA bag of dressing that we use at properties once they're done, just to take pictures, or lots of marketing pictures, stuff like that. But we will remove those before tenants come in, because they will get damaged and a bit cluttery. All right, so let's walk through it. The first thing is so you're going to have like loads and loads of electronic goods, stuff like microwaves over there. That was actually Appliances Online, that one. Although you can get it from B&M as well. We always have, it's best to try and save all the manuals there, put it together, and then store it somewhere for the tenants and management, so they know where it is. It's quite important. Always have a nice drainage rack, because chances are, so with HMOs, when tenants do the cleaning, most likely they'll just leave it here to dry and generally won't put them away. I mean, some will put them away, but generally speaking, they'll put it there and then they'll reuse it, especially the communal stuff. So therefore, get knife and forks, cutlery. When you're getting cutlery, if you can, get cutleries in a set, obviously definitely in a set, but if it comes in a container, that's actually quite a plus. So for example, this comes with a wrap container thing. It's actually relatively cheap. What it means is that there's now a place for communal cutlery, so people don't have to go through cupboards and all that stuff trying to figure out where things are. It's just there. Once it's clean, chances are it'll go to the drying and then it'll go straight there. Cups, so we buy a set for 4, just nice and easy that way. Again, get a cup rack if you can. It just means that they can be clean and stored to dry and left out for people to actually use, which is quite important, because otherwise they're going to have to try and dig through these and try and work out where the cups are. If you can, like for example, by HMO for 6 people, just get sets for 4 people. Mostly because you're not going to get 6 people sitting around trying to eat at exactly the same time. The reality is that's just going to happen. Also, most sets from supermarkets come in sets of 4 anyway, so you don't want 2 sets of 4. There'll be a set of 8, which is a bit OTT. So a set 4, absolutely fine. And then people will start bringing their stuff anyway, and if they do, great. And then it'll start adding up. But you don't want like a set of 6 and a set of 8, and then people bring their stuff and leave it here, and then you've got like a billion sets everywhere. That's done. Chopping board, very handy. You should get one of those. Right, so we always start ours with a cleaning set. So some bleach, washing up liquid, mop, extra mop, bin bag, wipey things, and a sponge. And then more cloths, that's always handy. Always get a set of pots and pans. Again, so you've got small ones, big ones, frying pan, and a baking tray. In these sort of places, people are just going to use baking trays. They're pretty much going to do oven chips all the way through, guaranteed, or pizza. And you don't want it melting, sticking to the bottom as well. So, plates and bowls, set for 4 again, just nice pastel colour. I always go for like a nice neutral, more sort of feminine colour, just because I think, personally, I think it attracts better tenants, or it stops people from aggravating each other, I guess, with sort of weird colours. Nice set of knives, sharpeners, scissors. Just because you don't want people bringing knives in or trying to order knives themselves. That's always nice. Microwave, toaster, kettle. Again, these come as a set, so it's nice and easy. I've actually numbered. There you go. So we'll put numbers in. That's it. Inside the cupboards, just so it's a bit more organised for the tenants. Bins. Always have 2 50-litre bins. Different colours, ideally, so it's very obvious. One is for recycling, one is for standard rubbish. Try to get them 2 separate colours, just so it's very obvious which is which, and then get a sticker and put it onto the bin so it's really, really obvious which is which, because you don't want people messing it up. With the recycling stickers, with the bin stickers, don't put it on the lid, put it on the actual bin itself, because lids will get dirty and will go missing or will break and will need replacing. So if you put it on the actual bin itself, it's just easier to see. Also, try not to put the stickers too high up, because it will get covered by this. So middle is absolutely fine as it is there. So if you put it higher, it will just get covered by the bag. Always make sure you take out all the stuff inside the oven. Look around the whole of the inside. There's going to be sellotape, it's going to be plastic, it's going to be rubber. Take them all out, because somebody will turn it on and burn the house down, which is not optimal. Fridge freezers, exactly the same. Go in there, take out all the packaging, just so it's nice and easy to use, so you can use it, because tenants won't. Same again, exactly the same thing. Go through, take out all the sticky sellotapes and stuff like that. Off in there. Bins. Always get a brush, dustpan and brush, broom, dustpan brush, mop and bucket. That's quite important if you want to encourage tenants to clean stuff, and you want to provide them with the facilities to do it. Broadband there. Always get ironing board. That's the shoe rack, to encourage people to take off their shoes and look after the place. Vacuum cleaner, so everything's probably much going to go here. For community use, normally underneath the stairs. We try to keep offcuts of carpets around as long as possible, just to so tenants can use that and wear it out instead of the flooring. Notice board, only £2.49 from B&M. Probably the best one, might not be fireproof. Actually, might need to replace that. So this is something like £3 from B&M. Makes a house a home. Okay, so for a bathroom with supported living, we actually need to provide shower mats, non-slip shower mats, dressing, mirror. Okay, there you go. So with these ones, just trying to get the plastic ones, because you don't want things shattering. It's also nice and light. You don't want ones with a string, because that's just, if there's a lot of mirrors, it's going to be a lot of work. You have to string it, and then you have to kind of put it on. It's better just to have a nail in there and get ones that's quite hollow at the back, or has a place to hook onto a screw. Put it on, and that's it, you're done. Standard dressing from IKEA, you know, to make the place look like a home. And then you can just remove it. Always have a bin in the toilet and toilet brush. There you go. Okay, so that's another bathroom. Okay. So this is bedroom 1, bit dressing, all the furniture. So we've got here, with each bedroom, we've got a set of pillow, new duvets, bed linen, pillow cover, bed sheets, so duvet covers, and mattress cover as well. Lamp shade, just add a bit of light, add a bit of colour. Okay. And then this is, for example, this will be a dressed room. Whoop. Okay, let's turn on some lights. Okay, so this is an example of like a dressed room. And that's what it would look like. And again, plant, wardrobe. Again, when you walk in, wardrobes are looking at you, just to make the place look more spacious. Bed as far away from the front door, as far away from the bedroom door as possible. Okay, a sense of space. Lamp, if you can, that gives off a bit of light, but not just like a standard light, more of like I don't know what you call them, like some sort of ambience effect. Cool, I think that's it. So hopefully that's been helpful, and I think the next video will be the final one where we just walk around and say what went wrong and how we messed up and, you know, good stuff like that. Cool, all right, see you soon, bye.